The surface looks calm, it always does, but beneath it, something is already moving, calculating, positioning, closing the distance. The ocean is not peaceful. It is a place where three animals have evolved weapons so specialized, so brutally efficient that the creatures they hunt rarely understand what is happening until it is already over. Just before we continue, we're new to YouTube, and consider subscribing to help us continue this adventure as long as possible. Water covers 70% of this planet, and most of it has never been seen by human eyes. What lives down there operates by different rules, rules written not in language but in pressure, darkness, and the constant, unbroken pressure of hunger. The great white shark has been a predator in these waters for millions of years. It has outlasted dinosaurs, ice ages, and mass extinction events. It does not need to be reinvented because it was built the first time correctly. The orca is something different, a predator that hunts not just with its body but with its mind, passing strategies between generations the way humans pass down language. And in the deep water, where light does not reach, the colossal squid waits with eyes the size of dinner plates and hooks that rotate like grappling tools on the ends of its arms. These three animals represent three completely different solutions to the same problem. How do you survive and dominate in the most competitive environment on Earth? The answer, in every case, involves a level of violence that the surface of the ocean gives no indication of whatsoever. And somewhere below the calm water, right now, all three answers are already in motion. Before the great white moves, it already knows exactly where its target is. The ampullae of Lorenzini, small, gel-filled pores clustered around the shark's snout, detect the electrical fields generated by the muscle movements of other animals. Every living thing in the water produces this field. The shark reads it the way a human reads a face. It also detects a single drop of blood distributed across an Olympic swimming pool's worth of water. Its eyes are optimized for low light and for detecting the contrast of a dark silhouette against a bright surface above. By the time the target is visible, the shark has already been tracking it for some time. The great white's preferred technique against seals is a strike from below. It holds position in deep, dark water, using the murk as cover, watching the surface above where the seal moves. The breach happens in a fraction of a second, full body out of the water, jaws already open, the impact transferring the full force of several hundred kilograms into a single explosive collision. Seals hit this way are often dead or critically injured before they fully register the attack. The bite does not try to swallow the prey immediately. The lateral teeth tear a chunk free, and then the shark circles. It waits. The prey bleeds out. This is not caution, it is efficiency. Struggling prey can injure even a large shark. A prey animal that has already lost the fight requires no risk at all. The bull shark works differently. It operates in shallow coastal water and river systems, the places where humans swim, and relies on mass and speed rather than stealth. It rams prey hard enough to disorient it completely, then follows with rapid, aggressive bites before the target recovers. The thresher shark uses its elongated tail like a whip, striking schools of fish at speeds that can reach 50 miles per hour, stunning entire groups before feeding on the dazed survivors at its leisure. Three sharks. Three completely distinct weapons. All of them were shaped by the same relentless pressure to kill efficiently and survive. And somewhere in the same ocean, something has learned to hunt all of them. The orca pod surfaces together, four animals breathing in near unison, already scanning. Below them, a great white shark is moving through the water column, large, powerful, apex predator of everything in this stretch of coast. It weighs over 1,000 kilograms. It has no natural predator, except this one. The orcas are not larger than the sharks by a significant margin. What they have instead is a plan and the ability to execute it across multiple animals simultaneously. Two members of the pod position on the shark's flanks, a third angle from below. The fourth holds wide, watching. The shark, which relies on its electroreceptive sensors to detect threats from a distance, is processing multiple signals from multiple directions at once. The coordination is the point. The shark cannot track all of them simultaneously. The strike comes from the side, a powerful ram that flips the shark onto its back. Inverted, the great white enters tonic immobility, a biological state of paralysis that affects sharks when they are upended. The orca holds it there. The rest of the pod moves in. They are not interested in the meat, they are interested in the liver, a large, oil-rich organ that provides enormous caloric value. They extract it with surgical precision, leaving the rest of the carcass to sink. This technique was not invented by these orcas individually. It was taught. Orca pods pass hunting strategies between generations the same way human cultures pass down skills, through observation, practice, and direct instruction. A mother orca in Antarctica will beach herself deliberately on a shoreline to grab a seal, then push back into the water, and then allow her calf to attempt the same maneuver with a live seal she has temporarily released. The calf practices, it fails, it tries again. The technique is transmitted. Different orca populations across the world have developed entirely different specializations. Antarctic pods use coordinated wave washing to knock seals from ice floes, swimming in formation to generate waves that tilt the ice and send the seal into the water. Open ocean pods herd fish into tight rotating balls, then stun them with precise tail slaps before feeding. Pods that hunt large whales work in rotating teams, exhausting animals that outweigh them dramatically, targeting the blowhole to prevent breathing, wearing the prey down over hours if necessary. No other ocean predator operates at this level of cognitive complexity. The orca does not just hunt, It strategizes, adapts, and improves across generations. And in the depths far below where any orca dives, in water so dark and cold that almost nothing from the surface survives, something else has been sitting perfectly still for a very long time. At 600 meters below the surface, there is no light. The colossal squid does not need light. Its eyes, the largest of any animal on Earth, up to 40 centimeters across, are built to detect the faintest movement, the faintest contrast, in water that is essentially black. It weighs nearly 500 kilograms. Its tentacles carry hooks that rotate on swivel joints, designed not just to grip, but to dig in and hold regardless of which direction the prey pulls. It does not chase. Chasing burns energy, and in the deep ocean, energy is the most valuable thing there is. Instead, the colossal squid hovers in position, fins barely moving, body suspended in the dark. It waits for a toothfish, a large deep-water fish, to pass within range. Then the tentacles extend, the hooks make contact and rotate, driving themselves into the flesh. The fish pulls away. The hooks tighten. The squid's powerful beak, hard as a bicycle helmet curved like a parrot's, begins tearing. A single toothfish weighing 5 kilograms can sustain a colossal squid for months. The deep ocean demands efficiency above all else, and the colossal squid has refined efficiency into something almost mechanical. It is not without enemies. The sperm whale dives to these depths regularly, hunting colossal squid by echolocation, detecting their position through sound in the absolute dark. Recovered sperm whale stomachs have been found full of colossal squid beaks, but the scars on sperm whale skin tell a different part of the story: circular sucker marks and hook wounds across the head and flanks, evidence of fights that happened where no camera has ever reached. The colossal squid does not simply surrender. In the dark, two of the ocean's largest animals have been fighting each other for millions of years, and no human being has ever witnessed it directly. What happens in those encounters is written only in scars, and in the deep, the evidence accumulates quietly, far below everything we think we understand about the ocean. Above that darkness, on the surface and in the shallows, the same pressure that shaped the squid has been shaping everything else too. The ocean does not divide neatly into territories. These three predators exist in the same water, operating at different depths and using different strategies, but the overlaps are real and the consequences are significant. Orcas hunt great whites with documented regularity in waters off South Africa and California. Great whites, which hold apex status in virtually every other encounter in their environment, actively avoid areas where orca pods are present. The detection of orca echolocation is enough to move a great white out of a hunting ground it has used for years. A single encounter can displace a shark for months. Sperm whales and colossal squids have been locked in a predator-prey relationship so old and so intense that both animals carry its marks permanently. The whale in its scars, the squid in the evolutionary refinement of every hook. Remove the shark and coastal prey, populations shift in ways that destabilize entire food webs. Remove the orca, and the animals it controls expand beyond what the ecosystem can absorb. Remove the pressure the colossal squid places on deep-water fish populations, and the abyss itself reorganizes. Every kill matters. Every predator holds something in place. 3 animals, 3 depths, 3 sets of weapons that took millions of years to build. The shark reads the water like a signal. The orca reads it like a problem to solve. The colossal squid reads it like a darkness full of things worth waiting for. None of them are monsters. All of them are necessary. And the ocean they inhabit is far more alive and far more violent than anything visible from the surface. If this is the kind of world you want to explore, subscribe now. We are just getting started.